I was asking earlier if he was going to participate in the debates, because we know that we're going to have several presidential debates.
I have answered. I said going forward, if there is no politically strategic appointment clashing with any future meetings, he will be there. He will be at such meetings.
So let me ask you about what is also, a lot of people are also wondering if this is the line that the campaign might toll, in terms of a statement he made earlier about following up on President Buhari's legacy. And not every Nigerian remembers that legacy fondly. And they're wondering, is there going to be a breakaway from this legacy? Or because when you look at security challenges in the country, economic challenges in the country, people don't think that that's a legacy that one should follow through.
Now, again, this is why I say there is always a media mix-up of issues. And it's quite, as a practitioner myself, as a professional media person, I get worried because issues must be compartmentalized and not mixed up. Now, this man said he's going to consolidate, and I repeated it in my opening statements here too. He's going to consolidate on whatever achievements that are recorded on ground, and is going to improve and resolve whatever challenges that remain on ground. Now, that is actually the focal point of any administration. Yes, I will be the first to concede the fact that we don't have 100% success in every sector of the country. And again, let me point it out, and confidently too, there is no nation where any government has succeeded 100% in all sectors of that society. It is a tall order. That is why they say government is a continuum. When you get there, you make your priorities, you do the best that you can in moving that country forward. Now, another government comes, even if it's an offshoot of your own, will also perform to its own utmost capacity and ability and to the very best, and move the country also several notches ahead. That is why till today, in the US, in the UK, in virtually every part of the developed world, you still have demonstrations, protests by the civil society on either one issue or the other. It may not be the security challenge that we have. It may not be that type, our own type of security challenge. But there are some other types of security challenges that they have. Like, for instance, in the US, we know what the gun violence issue is in the US today. It's a major, major security issue. Whereas US is one of the most technologically advanced societies in the world. So, in a nutshell, what we are saying is, yes, you can also not deny that this government has recorded some modest successes in certain areas, in the area of infrastructure, for instance. When you talk about infrastructure, the rail readily comes to mind. In the last 30 years or so, if you do a content analysis of the media or of the country itself in terms of developmental strides, you cannot point at any government previous that have recorded these phenomenal success in the rail transportation system. That's significant. There are so many roads and bridges that this government has constructed. But there is one thing that I also will concede. bad news travels faster than good news. So it is not impossible that the bad news on security and other and the economy, inflation and all of that, because this constitutes very poignant bad news, have traveled far above the good news. But we cannot in good conscience deny the existence of those successes in those areas. At the same time, we also cannot in good conscience deny that there are still challenges to be surmounted, to be resolved. And that is the kernel of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's rhetoric, that he's going to consolidate on the achievements recorded in whatever areas and then use his own capacity, which he has demonstrated in the past, his envisioning, his knowledge, his courage to now resolve those remaining challenges of the nation and move the country forward. And there is no better candidate with the required experience and exposure to do that.